First of all, it's very important to address mental health issues and concerns. I think the time to, I'd much rather be in a situation where we're treating issues before they become problems, right? So being proactive and getting out in front of this and making it something that's okay to talk about and to make kids feel like they're not alone if something is going on or if they're struggling, I think that's just super, super important.
Yes, I'm Brianna Hoisterberg, and I'm the Director of Providing Access to Healing, or as many people know, PATH, and it is United Way of Sheboygan County's Community Impact Program. It's school-based, it provides therapy for students in our community. What really inspires Bemis to support youth mental health in our communities?
So Bemis is a family-owned company, as most people probably already know. And it's super important to the family and the corporation that we support our community in as many different ways as we can. One of those ways is to make sure that our youth that are growing up in our communities are safe and healthy and happy, because those are the workers that we're going to hire come 10, 15 years from now.
So we really encourage our employees to get routine physicals and get all of their preventative screens done and establish a relationship with a primary care physician. It's so important, not just for adults, but for kids too. The time to find a doctor is not when you need help, right? You should have a doctor. And sometimes that's a challenge, particularly here with the limitation that we have in providers, and to have something like PATH right at the school is super important for these kids. And it's an important part of what we try and do as an employer. I think as a parent, if your kids are struggling, you're going to struggle.
For sure.
Yeah, it's not like if my kid's having a hard time, I'm going to be okay. Like, we're all together. So it's so important for us to make sure that not just that our employees are okay, but that their family's okay too. Because then they can bring their best selves to work.
I went through a really rough time with one of my children, and you do feel alone because the resources aren't there. But I will tell you that Bemis was wonderful. They stood by my side. I got multiple text messages, phone calls, take care of your family, that comes first.
I just hope in 10 years that if kids are struggling with mental health, that they have the courage to say something, and that not only the community but their peers support them. I just want people to understand that it's not a problem, it's an opportunity to get better. So that's really what I hope for in 10 years.
Knowing they're not alone, knowing that it's normal to go to a PATH or whatever it is they need to do to get the help that they need, that it's not because you're weak. It's not because you can't cope, it's because you're just looking for other interventions, things to help you, tools.
So I just think normalizing it and getting people to understand that it happens to everyone, and it's okay, and don't be embarrassed, and we're here to help you. I think that's really what I want.
It's always important to talk about the increase in academics or their increase in attendance, but really if our children aren't feeling safe, none of those other things matter. And so when we hear that they're feeling better about life and they're hopeful and more resilient, I actually have goosebumps talking about it. That's what we're aiming to do here. We're here to not only talk about the program of PATH, but also to talk about our upcoming event. So it's our only fundraising event each year that helps to raise funds and gifts to pay for services the following school year, so for the 24-25 school year, which is hard to believe. The event runs from 9 to 5, so it's a golf day, not a golf outing. So anyone who wants to come and support just simply makes a tea time. And the Sunset Hills crew has been generous, and the funds go to help support PATH program. What's really exciting though, this year we are set to serve the most students that we've ever served in one school year, all because of the amazing therapists that are partnered with this program through Lakeshore Community Healthcare and Access Community Therapies. None of it would be possible without their hard work, as well as the incredible donors like Bemis here today.